Hi, good afternoon. My name is Lachman Raghunath Mandol. I'm speaking on behalf of Viva Pharmacy and Wellness, and I'm just demonstrating to you the results that need an explanation in response to CVS Caremark. We wanted to let you know that the audit submission took place in February of 2023, and then shortly during and after, we experienced a software change. During that software change, we also changed POS systems, POS meaning point of sale systems. So here is an explanation of the fact that original receipts that were submitted to CVS Caremark in our original audit were from the system CamCommerce. They were downloaded into a file and created with Viva Pharmacy templates for receipts. We've changed over to Pioneer on February 23rd, 2023. Any differences in patient receipts were sent to patients via mail if they were found. And as you can see, we're just repeating here that the source of the dispute receipts that the patients received were from Pioneer RX and Pioneer RX point of sale. Those that were done during the submission of receipts were directly from CamCommerce. So we do see a difference in results, just as pointed out by you, and that's what we're here to explain. We do agree upon all of the differences that we saw, and this is the reason why we chose to get a new program. Before this audit occurred, we noticed that there were significant variations in the data that CamCommerce provides versus the data that our software system was provided. We used to use Enterprise RX, if this looks familiar, and the data from Enterprise RX, our pharmacy system, used to go into CamCommerce rather, which is a POS system. And when it would, there would be a box that shows up that is an interface between Enterprise and this. This is not a live setup of CamCommerce's system because we are no longer enrolled with them. We are not able to see the interface. But here's an example that I'm going to be going back to in terms of data and accuracy. And I will go through the procedures for that. The first patient that we're going to speak about is Mukrani Rustam, and the prescription number is 218578. The type of discrepancy that was identified was copay paid amount. Our Enterprise RX software, the patient's attestation, and Pioneer, they all state that the patient paid $39.50 for the Santyl ointment prescriptions. And this occurred in September, October, and November of 2021. The patient received mail copies in 2021, as this is part of our standard procedure. After home deliveries, the patient is sent home a confirmation receipt. This is why she had it available during the dispute phase. The reason why we had zero in CamCommerce was because it had the recorded amount for when the delivery driver went out, but the transaction was not closed out until we received our new software with Pioneer RX. I'm going to be pulling up this example. Here we can see multiple receipts from the same patient, but as you're saying, 2021 we see 0 here. So therefore, we can conclude though that the Pioneer output and the Pioneer and Enterprise data are most correct and they match the receipts that were submitted. The next is Amanda Guerrero. And for her attestation, she meant to put $100 in her copay paid amount, but she actually has a typo which says $1. So we know that the patient had a copy of their receipt at home, so that's what they used in the attestation. The next is Marianne De La Badia. She's a patient that had her receipt at home. I'm going to be pulling up her amount. We can see that there's definitely a difference in amount as confirmed by your company. The Cam Commerce says that she paid $62 for this. However, the patient recalls it's $60, and that's the copy of the receipt that the patient received after our changeover of POS systems. So let me just pull that up, 232934. And this is for the fill on May 6th, 2022. We're seeing that prescription number 2329394 has a stated copay of $62 in this system. However, in Enterprise and Pioneer RX, we have it at $60. So I will show you what it looks like in Pioneer. And it states that her copay was $65. And I'm going to be pulling up the receipts that we have in our dispute, where you will see that it says $65. Okay, so this says 65. Enterprise RX says 65. Patient pay amount 65. It says May 2nd here. Over here it says May 2nd. Over here it says May 6th. Over here it says May 6th. So that's also why we see a difference in data points. It's because McKesson states the sale date as the same here as the bill date, and the patient's actual pickup, as you can see in Cam Commerce, it's on May 6th, 2022. And it's a total payment of $100 for 3 prescriptions. So this is definitely something that we saw amongst changes in systems. So this is why, as you pointed out, our receipts end up looking a little bit different in terms of pickup date at times, and then also a little bit different in terms of co-payments, but they are accurate in the attestation